Greetings. Look at that mustache. Look at that bloody mustache. Everybody okay? Let's have a look who's on. Vegan-ish first. Bianca T. Second. The real thing. No injustice lasts forever. First. Oh, no, you weren't. No, you bloody weren't. Far from it. Far from it. Yeah, a bit of an impromptu live. Did everyone see the Vegan Mooncats live, the fundraiser? Oh, pretty cool. I jumped on there for 5 minutes. Oh, is there Mooncat? Hello, peeps. Hello. Michael Askew. Hello there. It's about time you changed your profile picture. I'm sure you're in autumn colours now. Oh, it's Prisoner Cell Block H. CDA Activism. Kane. Fuck, I have to reset my computer. Why is everything drama with you? Grumpy Vegan Grandad's here. If you want to come on and chat or join in, hit this stream. Yes, it is an open mic today. So if you want to come on, I'll post the link again. You don't have to show your face. You get an option whether you want to switch on your camera or not. You can come on your phone. You don't need to download any software. It's that easy. Grumpy Vegan Grandad, I like your last video. I was unaware that Morrison's had their own abattoir. We'll give Morrison's a miss from now on. Yes, I am as well, mate. I've answered him, and he said it looks like Waitrose have their own slaughterhouse as well. Whoa. Hello, Laura. Oh, there's one of my subscribers, Vainamoinen. Did Danny get a new haircut? I don't know. Is this counted as hair? Is this counted as hair, Vainamoinen? Is a member? You're me only member, Vainamoinen. Thank you for the support, bro. Vegan Pothead, hello. Haven't been on here for a while. No, I haven't been on here for a while as well. Yeah, my channel. Did you go to the animal rights march on Saturday? No, I didn't. I'm in a bit of a situation at the moment. I've been working for a company as an agency driver. And as you all know, I'm sort of like need to be flexible so that I can hit auditions or go filming. And this company's agreed to employ me on a casual basis, which means they've got to give me work. I've got all the rights that other workers have got. They can't just like say, "Oh no, we don't need you this week. Bye, Danny." However, I can disappear without pay whenever I want, which is pretty cool. Which helps me so much. So I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays now. So no, I can't really attend. And there's a lot of events going on, so it's a bit of a shame, really. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I've been to Morrison's Pig Farm, Moss Rose Piggeries. And I see those innocent faces every time I see pig flesh. Oh, really? Where is that? I may have to go and visit that place. Another nail in the supermarkets, though, argument that some vegans try to use when you bring up supermarkets and animal exploitation. Another nail in the supermarkets, though, argument that something. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. You mean, that supermarkets don't directly contribute towards it. Yeah. It's in Blackpool. Is it really Vegan Pothead? That's interesting. It's only 40 minutes drive from me. I'm going to look that place up. I may have already been. Interesting. Right, listen, here's the link. If anybody wants to come on, like I said, hit that link there. I've just posted in chat. Did you hear that tulip closed down? No? Was it? Has it closed down? Um, yeah, I've also been spent the last 3 months experimenting with my ADHD drugs, my, basically government funded amphetamines, and I've decided not to use them, for a number of reasons. I won't go into it all. Uh, Maybe we can chat about it another time, but basically, fuck everybody. You accept me as I am. You know, I've been masking my behavior for so long, for all my life, and now I know what the problem is. I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah, mine's called Elvance. It's the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Vegan Potterhead. Yes, the murder house has closed down. I don't know whether you know, but I had a hand in that. But I was being sarcastic. Um, but yeah. Oh, thank you, Hannah Moon. We love you, Grumpy Vegan. Yeah, but my brain tells me otherwise, sometimes. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't want to take Elvance. For number one, it's stopped me. I started losing weight because it kills your appetite. You just forget to eat. Um, and I've never been a big eater anyway. Um, so I was losing weight, which I didn't like. I haven't been to the gym in 3 months, and I went today. I started back today because my brain wouldn't let me go. Executive dysfunction is what it's called, where your brain, you can't get motivated, and your brain physically won't let you do something you want to do. So yeah, it's been a weird old 3 months, but yeah, I've come to the conclusion that people have to accept me how I am, oddball or not. I'm not bothered. I should be beyond being bothered, But yeah, but anyway, yeah, to this Spenborough abattoir. Um, it come to my attention. I watch a lot of auditors. Now, auditors are people who go out with the cameras and exercise the right to photograph freely. It's not a crime. They call it PINAC. Photography is not a crime. They exercise the rights to go out and photograph anything. Grumpy vegan grandad, 5 ants ruins my appetite too and makes me shake it, and sometimes my pits will sweat. I get into a debate, bro, made in my class when I take it. Debate bro mode in my classes when I take it, yeah. What I found Elvance does to me, mate, is I've been doing independent films with this same maker called Sean Pilkington for quite a number of years. Over 5 years now. I've done a film last year with him, and I've just recently finished filming with him on a new one. And he rang me up the other day, and he's autistic and he has ADHD as well. And he said, "Danny, I'm looking at the recordings of what you did." He says, Your acting's absolutely fucking brilliant. However, there was something missing. There was some reaction missing. There was something just not right. It weren't your usual self." And he said, "But as it got to about 7, 8 o'clock, and your advance started wearing off, and your usual bouncy self came back, I noticed a difference." And that really has sparked it for me as well. Because I've always thought, to get anywhere in the acting world, I need to fit in. I need to fit in with neurotypicals, the normies. Um, but I don't need to. And if it's going to delay my success in my acting career, then so be it. But no, I've got to be me. I can't be anybody else. So anyway, Danny, you are an oddball. I have got oddballs. One's lower than the other. My professors are idiots, so I question them all the time to embarrass them in front of the class, but the Vivance amplifies my desire to do that and speed up my functions. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing shit. It's absolutely amazing shit. But I mean, the quietness and being able to filter out noise and sit there and have a conversation with people, it's nice, but it's not me. It's not me. I just don't do small talk, you know? Don't do small talk unless it's a subject I'm really passionate about. Veganism, acting, bodybuilding, whatever. If it's not those things, then you're not going to get much out of me. And I'm not bothered anymore. I'm not embarrassed by it anymore. But anyway, let's go. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. So this place, auditors, exercising the right. Exercising the right to photograph. Now, the laws in the UK, I think they do mirror the American laws because I've watched the American auditors as well. It's basically we can walk around with a camera. You, I, anybody. We can walk on the streets in public places and we can film anyone we want. Children, adults, women, anyone. We can film anyone and anything the eye can see from public land. The only discrepancy, the only difference is that some places, like your house, doesn't apply. Now, if someone stood in front of your house and was zooming a camera into your house, they would get in trouble for that. That's an invasion of privacy. However, when you work in a business, so say you were working in the yard of a business, someone was pointing a camera at you, or you were sweeping the streets, or you were doing something, or shopping, people can take pictures of you. Take pictures of you, take pictures of your kids, whatever. It doesn't matter. Because if it weren't the case that we can take pictures of anyone and anything, anywhere, as long as it's public, there wouldn't be no CCTV cameras because they are basically filming. So these people go around auditing different businesses to see how they react. And this is one that caught my attention because, of course, it's a slaughterhouse. So I saw one which led me on to see the previous one, which led me on to see the follow-up to the one before. So we're going to watch them together. I'm gonna stop it at opportune times and maybe have a chat, or if you've got any questions, throw them in. And let's have a look at this. And again, if anybody wants to join me on screen, the link is there in the chat. Don't be shy. Come on, just watch. You don't have to talk. You can just sit with me on the screen and just watch with me. Like I said, you don't have to have the camera on. You don't have to click the link that says put the camera on. You can be totally anonymous. But anyway, let's go ahead with it. Let's have a look at, what happened there? Am I still, yeah. See, I'm not bothered anymore now. I'm not bothered. Hi, Bianca, you're back now. Oh, you're just in time. You're just in time. So let's have a look. Share screen. So this is the one that triggered the visit off the other one. So please tell me if you can hear the sound.
What's that lad's name who assaulted me? Yeah, but you saw came out of the gate. I've just seen him go behind that wagon.
There'll be no mercy for the sheep, lamb that have to go through this place. Must be terrifying for the... Oh, it's interesting. For them. GoPro stolen, drone remote smashed, Spenborough Abattoir. So I'm not sure whether there's another one to this, but let's carry on watching. Gumpy, I'd be down to join some other time. Oh, join when you want. I'm not forcing anybody to join me.
I'm on a public road. No, but if I stand here, I can do it. Not here, I'm not.
said, well, his statement, mate, he said that when he's grabbed your head, has he pushed it into the floor or
Yeah, it's been
how many times?
3 times.
3 times.
I'm fucking traumatized. He were fucking really bad.
Has he said out when he's done it to you? Or?
Yeah, he's been screaming and shouting, I'll fucking kill you. Give me your fucking drone, you fucking bastard.
What gets me? Switch your microphone on, Danny. What gets me with things like this is obviously this guy's been assaulted. He's had his GoPro stolen and his remote for his drone smashed. Right now, just to reiterate, the Civil Aviation Authority operate the airspace, right? So even if anywhere's private property, the Civil Aviation. No, I haven't got a drone yet, Race. No. The Civil Aviation Authority have an app that you can go on, and it tells you where you can and can't fly. And all these drones, what they do is they won't fly into any restricted zones like over airports or prisons. So you can have these sort of geofences on the app, and these geofences, the drones pick it up and they won't fly into that area to start with. I mean, obviously there must be a way around it, but they don't. And they're under 249 grams, so they come under different legislation. So you can basically fly them over any property. A heavier drone comes under a different legislation where you need a license and you've got to fly at a certain height. You've got to be away from so far away from people and buildings, etc. But the 249 gram ones weigh about the same as a small bird. So if they do crash or fall to the ground, they're not really going to hurt anybody or damage any property. So, but this cop is, if you ring up and you've been assaulted, you know, the cops usually go and get the aggressor, but he doesn't seem to be responding that way. I don't know what you guys think.
Do you think I deserve it?
No. I don't think anyone deserves stuff like that. So you've got the cuts at right side of your head there, which I can see. You said you had some injuries to your ribs.
Yeah.
What injuries are they? Just bruising and swelling?
I just can't breathe properly.
Right, okay. I think you might need to go to the hospital, fella.
Yeah, it is a very uninteresting. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be that bothered, does it? Because a lot of the time, the police seem to be working on the side of industry. It's all these industries have got their own rented bouncers in the police force. You know, if we ring the police, something happens, they may not turn up at all, but get a business ringing up, certain businesses, big businesses in towns and everything. Oh, they're straight there.
He got me in like a thing and threw me back on the ground, you know.
Like a headlock?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I told him I was leaving. I said, I'm going. I didn't even press record on the drone. That's the...
How long did it go on for?
Maybe an hour from now, Kane. Why are you allowed? Are you allowed to? You're allowed to sneak. What you're going to do is sneak off and go and hide in a cave with your phone. Sorry, mate.
5 minutes. Then another lad come round.
I think it's cows. I think it's Everything apart from chickens. Don't quote me on it. I'm not sure, but I think it's pretty much all the above. Apart from chickens, I think they take pigs, sheep, lambs, and cows. Though I'm not quite sure. We'll may find out in the other videos.
Saying we knew you are. So I've come to Spenborough Abattoir and I've been assaulted and they've smashed my drone up today. I told them I was leaving, but they still started throwing bricks at me and stuff. They all knew who I am as well because they said, we knew you are, you've been to all these slaughterhouses.
Let's see if he actually goes in now and does something about it. You see all the tubs there on the right.
Tell you what, these people would fucking kill me if they could. I'm quite famous in the abattoir industry, I think, now. Can't even breathe, they've done my fucking ribs in.
Personal details which are not disclosable anyway, GDPR and data protection, what have you. Right. So you're declining medical attention. I've cancelled the ambulance. You said you've driven here anyway, so obviously.
I'm not going to you, so I want to see what you do.
Well, I'm going to go speak to him.
Well, go on then.
Well, I'm going to. Oh, I'm going to go speak to him. You can wait as long as you like if you want. It might take all day.
I'm not bothered, I'll wait.
Find out who this
I want.
is.
He's in there, isn't he, somewhere?
That's fine. I'll go find out what the details are. You said that your drone remote control, that you believe they possibly got it. So
Believe he has, he smashed it up.
right, I'll query that as well and find out. All right, mate. Okay.
Fucking scumbag, yeah.
I might have to visit this place.
Go on. I think I do need that ambulance, you know. If I go to hospital,
You do need it.
so I go to hospital.
It's up to you. I will. I can't assess your injuries.
I will, yeah.
Well, they've not brought anybody out, have they?
So I'll give you this. That's your crime reference number.
Yeah.
I've taken a statement. I've got the details of
Who
the
what?
person in there, the person who you've described, and I'm going to have to.
Did you take a photograph of him?
I know he is. I've got his details.
Wow, I need to see him, daughter.
Why do you?
So you've got the right guy.
No, he's told me that what's happened, and I'm going to interview him.
And what did he say?
I can't tell you, but I'll interview him and I'll get back to you with a charging decision. I need to run it through my supervisor. But this is the start of the investigation. I've got your statement.
So what about what you're charging him with?
Nothing at the moment. I need to interview him. No one gets charged straight away. There's an investigation. So you've made an allegation. So I'm taking a statement from you. You've made an allegation that you've been assaulted by somebody who works here.
And criminal damage as well.
There's no evidence in there that they've got your.
Well, it's obvious there's no evidence.
You know, he could have gone. He could have gone. Microphone's on. He could have gone and had a look at the CCTV because those places are CCTV'd up to frig, right? He's not done any investigation. He's just going through the motions. You can tell. Exactly, Race. Check the cameras. You can tell that he's not interested. He's not bothered. All he sees is some guy has been sticking his camera and flying a drone, so he sees him as the one doing the wrong, right? And I'm not sure about this guy. Let's have a look at his channel. See, he's called Animal Files. Animal Files, shining a light on food producers who are trying to remain anonymous. So I'm not sure whether he's vegan. UK's largest egg producer. Let's have a look at some of the videos here. So he's got...
I went to this place yesterday. All the footage I got are fucked up. So I'm having to do it this way. On Google that you're open to the public.
Visit Centre, Leeds University,
visit forms and things, and then you can come in, but it's more commercial based.
So could I come in? Where if I bought?
No,
I didn't think so because you're shady, aren't you?
We're doing shit.
So what is...
Come. The last days on earth. I'm sure I've seen that wagon at Morrison's as well.
So yeah, I don't know what he is. These are all marked for death, look. Ironic, innit? That
they even look relaxed, don't they, these?
So it looks like they're loading them onto the wagon for slaughter, yeah. So they've all got the marks on.
One of them's worth 100 quid. Be about $2,000 there.
So yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to have a look at this guy's content because I don't know whether it's worth having a look at his channel, Animal Files. I don't know whether it's worth having a look just to see if there's some ideas of places to go and have a look at, because I like to go and make these places feel very uncomfortable. That looks familiar. That's oh, there it is. That's the Morrison's one I went to.
We are the Straw Hat Crew.
There's the one I went to with 40-year-old vegan. Let's see how they react to him. Eggs. Oh, that sound. Are you 40-year-old? This is the one we went to, mate. And if that security guard comes out. Oh, they've not come out to him, have they? Different security guard. When was this? 4 months ago. Woodhead Meat Brothers, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it might be worth people taking a look at that, looking at that channel. I don't know whether he doesn't seem like, let's see, there's a description. I think he's just an auditor, but let's have a look about him. shining a light on food producers that are trying to remain anonymous. So I don't understand what he is. I might send him a message and ask him what he's about, whether he's vegan or not, but or whether he's an animal rights. But let's go to this other video now. There you go, Big Me. Woo! Is that the one? Yeah, so this is the one. Now this guy is another auditor called Audit in Yorkshire, and he is just an auditor, right? He's not animal rights. It's nothing to do with veganism or animal rights, and he says it in this video. But this is a really interesting video, so let's go through this again, guys. There's the join link. If you want to jump on and watch these videos with me, you're quite welcome to. So let's take a look at this video now. This is one of the more interesting ones. So this guy is actually this guy has actually gone here because of that previous incident. That barrier they have to prevent their victims from escaping. Yeah. Definitely brutal, mate. Definitely brutal. Hello, Veganish. You were first and you're last one to join. What's going on? How can you be like first and then like not be present all the way through? Come on. Expect better of you. So let's have a look at this, people. Let's see what we think.
What's the deal, mate? I'm in a public area. You're coming across rather hostile, so I will warn you, the police are on the way, so I won't think about doing anything. What's gonna break the law, commit public order, or anything like that. Because the police are on the way. What for? Do you know what, mate, right? I'm gonna take a step back. I would. Yeah, because you're looking very, very hostile to me at the moment. Okay? You're looking very hostile. Yes, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm in SPENBOROUGH today, guys, which is in Liversedge.
Shut up, 40.
Now, I've recently watched a video from another YouTuber, and his name is Animal Flies. He's got 256 subscribers, so it's quite a small channel. And all he's got in his description is researching businesses that are trying to remain anonymous. I'm not 100% sure why he's come to this specific abattoir, because I have found the information online. It's not got a website. I can't find a company website. The only thing I'm finding online is company house details.
Well, I've found something online, and it's the Google reviews. Let's have a look at some of these reviews. Can they make that any bigger? Can you see that, guys? Really tiny. It says, this place needs shutting down. They have workers here who think they can attack the public. Like to know what they have to hide. Needs reporting. I walked past there today and was nearly attacked by one of the workers. I'm a photographer and was taking pictures of the area. Disgusting place. Vile staff. Avoid. Awful, nasty people. Avoid. Something dodgy going on in this place. Something dodgy going on. There's something dodgy going on. Yeah, and it's called fucking murder. Here we go. Levi Cope. Look at this. Great place. Good quality meat being cut here. Clean, tidy, and friendly. You lying bastard, Levi. You're probably fucking managing director. Get fucked. Harry Hopkins Lum. Go vegetarian. This place is horrible. It should be shut down. Smell is rank. The staff are on the phones all day. Shut it down. This place is a joke. Don't even consider working for them. I need an email address for this place to make a complaint, but it doesn't provide one. It's just like, it goes on. It goes on. It's... Oof. Oh, dear. Yeah, so you get an idea of what this place is. Leave a review, Grumpy. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's have a look, see if I can do it. Write a review. 1 star. What shall I put? What shall I put? This place is full of ding-dongs. The murderous practices going on here are turning staff into psychopaths. You guys need to watch out, cause Grumpy Vegan Grandad is coming for you. There we go. Done. Thank you for your review. Done. There we go. No, we're not adding risque pics as Viner Moynihan. You bad influence. Stop it. Bad bloody influence. You know I'm ADHD and you'll make me do shit I don't want to do. Let's carry on with our video.
On gov.uk. No specific website at all. Anyway, basically, I'll just turn the camera around, guys. I'll show you where I am. So this is it. This is SPENBOROUGH Abattoir. It's got 24
Yeah, we're going down 40.
We're
going to go down. When do you want to do it?
No pork products on site. I think it's an halal one. I think.
It's not halal.
Obviously, other signs like the CCTV, forklifts operating. These premises have a zero tolerance for drugs and alcohol. Obviously, it's part of abattoir up there. And then you come down here, and all this here is open. And what this guy's done, Animal Flies, is obviously he's come to make a video and to fly a drone. He did have a drone. Anyway, long story short, he got assaulted. Now, there is no video footage of the assault because I don't even think he pressed record. From what I can gather from the...
So there is no... Yeah, so there is... I was searching for it and I didn't really... I'm good to go this week. Should we go on Wednesday, mate? Should we go over on Wednesday? Yeah, we'll do it Wednesday, bro. Are you ready for a fight before you go back? That's the question, mate. That's the question. Are you ready for a fight? Because it will happen, it seems, unless they've been told to behave. But anyway...
From what I can gather from video, I don't think he pressed record. Anyway, someone's come along, got him in an headlock, they've pushed him to the ground, they've assaulted him, I believe they've smashed his drone controller and damaged his GoPro. The police came. This is the really interesting bit, guys. The police come and basically said, right, I'm gonna go have a chat with him. What? What you told me to do one for me? I'm just on public footpath. Just making a video.
Who needs
Here,
head turbo
well,
more?
said, where were I? Anyway, yeah, this is the exact spot where he was still talking to cop. The cop has gone in that way, and he said, right, I'm going to go have a chat with them, blah, 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 find out what's going on. He's come back out and said he's reporting the investigator. He said he's going to investigate it. He's reporting a crime. Or he's reporting the crime and he's going to investigate it. He got a crime number, etc., etc. But he's not going to arrest the person now on the spot. I can't understand why. There's been an allegation of assault. Obviously, this man is distressed. He's upset. Nobody's getting arrested for some reason, even though there has been an allegation. And hang on, I'm just getting some funny looks here. Anyway, yeah, apparently he's going to investigate it instead. So this guy.
So there you go. Nobody's getting arrested. So they're just going to investigate it, which means, yeah, they're not doing anything about it. That's police talk for, we're not going to do nothing.
Said, well, he's assaulted me, you know, I want him nicking. And he's basically said they aren't going to arrest him because there's no necessity to arrest. But like I said, we're on a public footpath. Security's come out, he said, oi, do one. And now I think he's on phone to the police. Not spoke to me again at all. Are you on phone to me? You ringing police? I've currently been recording for approximately 6 minutes and 50 seconds, and I've already been told to do one. I've already been nearly run over, and he's already on phone to the police. Like I said, something stinks about this place. I've made absolutely zero effort to go into the building, even on the public right of way or the implied right of access bit. Made no effort to go into the building at all. So we're just going to go for a walk.
Got a big footprint.
Very, very, very. Do you know if it were a fish factory? I'd say something fishy were going on. There's a school right opposite. This place has got handful of bad reviews from what I can see. I will stick the reviews up on the screen now so you can read them.
Do you want to make sure the joinery you use on your woodworking projects is rock solid and will definitely...
Here we go. Here we go. The member of staff's here now.
Yeah, I think he's going to jet wash all them down. So yeah, this ends here. Hey? Stop. What do you mean? What are you videoing for? What's it to you, mate? I'm in a public area.
Screeching his tyres.
What's the matter? Why am I videoing?
Yeah, what are you videoing?
Because I'm just making a video, mate.
Yeah, what?
Of everything what's around.
So why are you GoProing it then?
Everything what's around here in the area. You're coming across rather hostile, so I will warn you, the police are on the way, so I won't think about doing anything. What's gonna break the law, commit public order, or anything like that. Because the police are on the way.
What for?
The security's rang them on there.
Yeah, I know.
Just for walking up and down street video.
Yeah, but you're filming a private property.
What? There's a private property there. There's a school there. There's houses. There's a
Yeah, but why are you filming inside there?
in the abattoir.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I want to.
Yeah, but why?
Why are you doing that with your hands?
So yeah, Race, if you listen on to what he says, that this guy who's actually filming now, he's been arrested for something I think that happened in London, and he is on bail. So he's very wary about what's going to happen, and he is alone, which is a bit stupid of him if he knew that, you know, things would get a bit tasty, a bit violent over there, because all the evidence, because he'd already asked him about why have you got a GoPro on then? You know, why are you filming with a GoPro and a camera? But anyway, listen on.
Why? Because why are you filming in a private property?
Do you know what, mate? Right, I'm going to take a step back.
I would.
Yeah, because you're looking very, very hostile to me at the moment. Okay, you're looking very hostile. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. I haven't asked to speak to you. I'm not bothering you at all. I'm not bothering you in any way, shape, or form, mate. Right?
Yeah, but you're filming in private property.
It's just an abattoir, mate. I did one in Bradford about a month ago at Waddington's.
Yeah, we all know what happened.
Where my granddad used to work.
Yeah, we all know what happened to the last guy that tried to do that.
Well, I'm not a protester, right? I'm not an animal rights activist or anything like that. Have I alleviated your suspicion, mate? I'm not here for anything nefarious.
Huh?
I'm not here for anything nefarious.
Yeah, so why are you videoing?
I'm not an animal rights activist.
So what are you videoing there for?
Well, currently, so what I'm doing at the minute is I am filming you.
He's one of the workers, Michael. Believe it or not, he's actually works at this slaughterhouse, and why he's taking it onto himself. I mean, what's this guy doing wrong? Why does he feel the need to get rid of cameras and stuff like that? What are they doing in this place? This is the scary, and this guy is responsible for these animals that are coming in. I'd love to run into him, mate. I really would. Look at him. He's got arms like fucking cotton with knots in. Absolutely pathetic.
But currently, right, don't mean the footage is going to go anywhere, mate. I'm recording that. No, I'm not saying it is going to.
I'm not doing any harm to you.
Exactly. So if you just leave me alone, the footage won't go anywhere with you.
Well, what are you going to do anyway? You can't. You're going to do send it off to the police. We say what? Then let the police come here.
The police are on the way.
That's why the
police are coming, mate.
What I suggest you move.
Move. Move where to?
Huh?
Where to?
I don't know, just somewhere away from there. We've already had an incident with someone filming in there.
Why? What happened?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Well,
someone's already tried to film in there, flying a drone over.
Oh, they've gone in?
Huh?
Did they go inside?
Well, I don't know what happened, but...
Well, I ain't been inside. I ain't attempted to make entry.
But the police would tell you to move on anyway, so... Oh, there's the police. Go!
Yeah, they haven't got to see me. What the hell were all that about, man? What the hell was all that about? That place way now. Just gonna cross over. Right, I'm gonna pick this back up, guys. Anyway, guys, the police are here. They've gone into the car park. The guy in the black car is parked sort of half on their property and half on path, and he just keeps staring up, looking at me. A couple of other guys in high-visors have come out, spoke to him, and gone back in. It's a bit, I don't know. I mean, I've filmed some places in my time. I'm not going to lie to you. I've got voice recorder on my phone as well, just in case. But I've filmed some places in my time, and never has anyone ever approached me in that manner. Right, he's drove off now. Yeah, no one's ever approached me in that manner where I've actually physically thought I could potentially be assaulted. Now, obviously, you know, I was getting ready. You know, I'm not just going to let somebody attack me. I did say to him, right, I'm just going to take a step back because coming across very hostile towards me. And did you hear what he said when I said I'm going to take a step back? He said, yeah, you should. You should. So that's sort of implying that he were possibly, potentially going to do something. Who knows? But I'm going to pick it back up when police come back out and just see what we have to say. But I am definitely taking drone up, guys. There is no question about that.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical
Interesting.
products. It's Amazon's other company.
Here he is again.
Right, I'm back.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, mate.
You want to put that camera away?
No, I don't want to talk to you.
You want to put that camera away?
But what are police doing?
My police ain't even here, mate.
Well, what? I don't know. I ain't even done all wrong, mate. I'll put the camera away, yeah.
So why are you filming private property?
I'm just a vlogger, mate. I'm just doing some video in the area. That's all I'm doing. I don't understand what the problem is.
No, I'm cool, mate. Just waiting for this jackass to move.
Hey, friendo.
Huh? Right. Now filming us in there.
Hey, can I please?
So this guy's ringing the police now.
Yeah, that's what I
for
mean.
himself.
You can't film nothing, it's private property.
Oh yeah, can you send police, please? Because I'm feeling harassed, alarmed, and distressed. I've got somebody who's threatening me outside an abattoir.
Because you're
Yeah,
filming us on private property, mate. There's a difference.
Yeah, he sounds like he's from the Midlands, doesn't he?
He just won't leave me alone, mate. He's being very antagonistic. He's making a lot of body movements, you know, clenching his fists. I'm in favour of being assaulted. Well, do I have to? I'm in the area conducting private business.
Yeah, but you're filming private property. You're filming people in there. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll walk away.
Yeah, walk away, mate.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Fancy the police. I mean, all right, if you're in fear of being assaulted, you know, get yourself out of there. But fancy the police saying, get out of there, instead of saying, right, okay, move away and we'll send someone down straight away, you know? Pretty weird, all this.
So it's spare me a second. Spare me a second. So I think so, yeah. Just his behaviour, mate. He's being very, what is it? Very threatening.
Grumpy, you and 40 gonna live stream this when you go there Wednesday? We may do. It depends on the signal. I mean, we'll see if we actually go there yet. It's not definite. It's not set in stone. It's you never know what might pop up. But it's something to definitely think about.
Yeah, so what it is there's the abattoir and then there's a car garage called Springwell Motors. You got that, yeah? Well, I've walked away like you told me to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the garage, and then not only will I have it on camera if he assaults me, but I'll have other eyewitnesses as well. Keep following me, mate. Come on, keep following me. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I definitely need police.
Very intimidating. I mean, this is very intimidating. Very intimidating, you know? No matter what or who you are, this is very, very intimidating, being followed around. And bear in mind that this guy is doing nothing against the law. He's doing nothing wrong. He's simply taking video. He's not hurting anybody. He's not even recording any people, you know? He's not made an attempt to get inside, yet he's being harassed on the street. Can you imagine if doing any other sort of hobby? Even, can you imagine going shopping and being accosted like this for going shopping, something that's not illegal, it doesn't hurt anybody? Going fishing, you know, people going fishing. Decide, can you imagine if we as vegans went harassing people because they were fishing in canals and rivers? The police would be there and arrest us within seconds, you know? Unbelievable.
Well, I'm filming you on their property now, mate. It's got nothing to do with you. Go away. I've got multiple eyewitnesses. Don't matter. No.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Why?
Because you're coming across very aggressive.
Huh?
You're coming across very aggressive,
What?
mate. Very aggressive. I mean, look at your demeanour. Just go away from me. Lads, if he assaults me, then I want you all as witnesses, mate. He's threatening to assault. Well, I'm filming you on their property.
Look at this. Take a good look at his fists when it goes later in the shot, and look, clenched fists. Unbelievable. Just have a closer look when he comes closer.
Putting now, mate. It's got nothing to do with you. Go away. I've got multiple eyewitnesses. Don't matter. No.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Why?
Because you're coming across very aggressive.
Huh?
You're coming across very aggressive,
What?
mate. Very aggressive. I mean, look at your demeanour. Just go away from me.
Has he got something in his hands? Did I just see something blue? Like a sky blue colour in his hands? Let me replay that bit again.
Well, I'm filming you on their property now, mate. It's got nothing to do with you. Go away. I've got multiple eyewitnesses. Don't matter. No.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Why?
Because you're coming across very aggressive.
Huh?
You're coming across very aggressive.
There's something in his hands there.
What? Very aggressive. I mean, look at your demeanour. Just go away
He's
from me.
clenching something. Yeah, it's hard to see what it is, but it looks
Lads,
solid,
if
whatever
he
it
assaults
is.
me, then I want you all as witnesses, mate. He's threatening to assault me.
No, we don't have. People don't have pepper spray.
He's threatening to assault me. Just because I was filming down here at Abattoir.
Could be car keys, yeah. Could be car keys. He just looked like a barrel
Must think
sort
I'm
of
a
shape.
secret agent, spy or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So.
At the end of 2020,
Oh my God, I don't want to see this fucking cunt.
I said to you, the
Ugh,
financial service.
get off.
Right, guys. So basically, right, what's happened is caught police on this guy at 8 minutes past 4. 16:04. Sorry, 16:08. It's now 16:38. Still no sign of any police. Now, I have moved locations from the garage to the end of the street.
Fucking unbelievable. So, he's phoned the police, and nearly 40 minutes later, there's just no police turn up. This is small town. Where is this place? Where is this place? Let's have a look. Because I'm going to play the other video, because what happens in the other video, this is pretty much the end of the video now, so I'll stop this one anyway. What happens in the other video is they get a load of other auditors to come down. And you won't believe what happens in that one either. But let's have a look at where this place is. Let's see where we got to go, 40. See where we got to go. So it is. Oh, it's right near you. It's right near where you are. You're up here somewhere, Keithley. I'm here. Oldham. That is literally 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away. So, yeah, not far away at all, that. 1 second, let me just put this light on. That's better. You can see me again. You can see my beautiful face. Police rarely get there in time, even when they're trying to people seem to forget emergencies are time sensitive, need to be able to protect yourself. Yeah, that is a point. We can meet in Bradford or nearby. Yeah, that's not a problem, 40. I can always come and get you, but yeah, if you can make half the way, it would be better. He shouldn't intimidate me. I don't mind. It will be embarrassing for him. His posturing is aggressive. Yeah, of course he was. There's a law in the UK, right? It's called preemptive strike. Preemptive strike. So if somebody comes towards you and you think you're going to get attacked, you have a legal right to take a preemptive strike, which means you can push, kick, or punch that person to get them away from you. You can't follow up on that. I mean, you can to defend yourself, but if that person backs off from you after you punch them and said, "Oh, I'm ringing the police now, you've assaulted me," but you can prove, and this is why cameras are so important, you can prove that you felt threatened, and that what you've just seen then is the perfect example of a legal preemptive strike. Because if that guy had come to me with that attitude like that and come towards me, I would have warned him once, and then I would have to either kick or punch, definitely. Yeah, the police though, any violent crimes race, the police should be there. It's a priority. Any violent crime is a priority. Okay. Burglary, they can take all day. Yeah. Shoplifting, but assault, no. Violent crime, that is common law, and police are supposed to be protecting the common law of this land, which is not to cause harm or loss to another person, which covers murder, rape, assault, robbery, theft. Common law, that's what the police are supposed to protect us. Them are the rights that are protected in this country, in the UK. With the cuts in police and the poor quality of recruits now, plus the utter politicity. Yeah. That's it, innit? That's it. So let's have a look at this other video now. This is the final video. And this is when the group of auditors in the community, in the audience community, go down in unity to take the rights back. Let's have a look at this. I am going to flip through this a little bit. Let's have a look.
You took a camera out to want some? You're a fucking little mong. Get over here. Get over here then.
That's assault. That's assault, mate. That's assault. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel.
So I'm just out in Spenborough today. I'm doing a revisit to the abattoir where I was nearly attacked and where Animal Files was attacked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description for that video where Animal Files got attacked, and I'll put a link in the description for the video of my first visit. You all saw what happened on previous video when I were here. I have returned with 3 times audits, taking our rights back and policy. And what we're doing is we are, well, we're just going to do what I came here to do last time, guys. Just to tell you a little bit about the company, who we are, what we do. We've got a worker smoking in cab. But yeah, I mean, I have it on good authority. I've spoken to somebody, I can't say who, but I have it on good authority. But there's a lot of bad people in here. They were saying people are always having accidents. Someone got their arm sliced open or something like that. You know, cows have dropped on someone's foot, breaking the foot.
All stick together.
Yeah, we need to.
He's describing the accident record in that place. I mean, it's obvious he's not an animal rights activist because he is like talking about when a cow's dropped onto someone's foot. You know, that's obviously when they stun them, when they poke them in the head. So it looks like there's not a very good safety record here, and they don't really look after their employees either. People like that don't care about assaulting women either. No, they don't. And it's a well-known fact. It's a well-known fact that these people who work in these places get desensitized to violence. So they don't see violence against others, other humans, as a problem.
Dodgy establishment. So I am masked up today. I've got my mask on. And everyone else is masked up as well. So we'll pick it back up.
If you have an hour this week, you can learn 100 songs on the piano by learning just 4 chords. These. Check it out.
What a sight.
What carcasses are there? What back of there? The lamb? Yeah, it might be the lamb, that looks like lamb. Looks like lamb.
Looks like lamb, tastes like chicken.
Dead bodies hanging up in a truck. How grim.
So again, I mean, I have done Yorkshire Halal Abattoir. Again, this abattoir doesn't have a website. It's on Headlands Road, Liversedge, WF15 6PR. It's got a 2-star rating. The reviews are not very good of this place. I've got reviews on my previous video. But a review 3 days ago by.
You're not supposed to take videos.
I mean, somebody else came in there and nearly got assaulted as well.
If you think that, then call the police then.
We're not touching the gate, mate.
We come to talk to you, you engaged us.
We're on public land.
Yeah, and we said that we can.
We're on public land. What on earth makes you think we can't do this? See what I mean?
If you didn't stay in front of photography equipment, we wouldn't be here, would we? Well, I'm not saying you, but it happened from here.
Alleged.
Alleged.
It's not alleged at all, mate.
I'm not saying it was you, mate. I'm saying what it is. Yeah, I've seen it. Listen, I've seen the video. It's all over YouTube. It's gone viral. And that's why we're here. No, I've seen the video.
It happened. Do you know last week? That's him.
Is it?
That's him.
It's not the same guy.
You are.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What's your problem? What you selling? What you taking pictures for?
Because I can. Because I can. Because I can.
You just who are you talking to?
What are you talking now?
Look at the state of that. I mean, look how aggressive again. It's just like, yeah, never go it alone. Never go it alone, because you can lose your evidence as well.
Are you talking now? Hold on.
What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Nothing.
What you selling? You selling fuck all, man. Get yourself off the way, man. Hey, you listen. Listen.
Listen.
Taking pictures because I can. Taking pictures because I can. Well, go on then. Go on then. Go on then.
Take a picture.
There you go. There you go. F your pop.
Or what?
Or what? Or what? Or what?
Or what?
You took a camera out. Come on, some. You fucking little monk. Get out here. Get out here then.
That's
Get out
assault.
here.
That's assault, mate.
Get out here.
That's assault.
Yeah, what's your name?
That's assault.
Yeah, I'm coming to
Yeah.
you.
Call it police now.
Come here, you.
It's assault. What do you mean on what?
Yeah.
You fall. Please don't here.
Wait. Come here.
You just threw a can of 7-Up over us. Told you, didn't I? Told you. Just threw a can of pop over
Yeah,
us.
we won't come out and do it.
No, it's because there's more than one of us.
Exactly. Exactly. Because there's more than one of them, you know? They're not out. Where's Mr. Big Spuds? Where is he? It's just absolutely. Let's see. I mean, what other company would allow the staff to react like this to the public outside the gates? I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous.
Told you about mad here. Should we ever walk down one more time and then walk back up and then go?
Oh, but I want to go and do that card.
And we're going to come back. Obviously, I want to.
And he threw a can of 7-Up at us and he started on us again.
Listen, when he's carrying on like that, mate, you're just going to get that. You're just
Can
going
I show you a picture of him?
We're all over YouTube.
Let me show you a picture of him, mate.
We're all over YouTube, mate. There's a big movement of us.
Right, you can have your move with about not eating meat or whatever.
There you go, people. RSPCA certified. If this guy were to get to fight, he'd get obliterated. Exactly. What do you think, people? It's astounding, isn't it? It's just astounding. And that a company would allow the staff to act like that on not one, not two, but 3 occasions. This company allowed the staff to operate like this. Because they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They really don't care. And the police don't care. The police assault. Someone reported an assault and the police didn't even turn up. This is what we breed in society. This is what's happening to people who work in these places. And I'm not people who work in these places, they're not victims, you know? They're not victims. They're victims of their environment, yeah, but they're not victims working in this place. They've got a choice. They don't have to work here. You know? Where this place is, where I've just had a look, there's many, many industries all over there. There's no reason that they have to work there. So it's not as if they're stuck. It's not as if there may be some foreign immigrants working there who, as I found out, that a lot of these slaughterhouses will employ any people with basic English, just enough that they can read signs, you know? I can hop on the stream in a minibus. And there you go, Kane, if you want to hop on in a minibus. So what does everybody think? You know, should we go up? It's not a definite yet. 40, do you want to go up there? Should we go up and take a look? Are we being daft, or are we just looking for trouble? We'll have a think about that one. Whether to go up or not. It's not that I'm really that bothered by it. But is it worth it? Is it worth going up? CDA's on a party bus. I mean, it might bring a little bit of drama, but that's all it is. But yeah, if I say we strike, okay, let's go then. We'll go. Just bring a shillelagh. What's a shillelagh? Just bring a shillelagh. Just another day in activism paradise. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Come on, Kane, where are you? Because I'm going to shut the stream down in a minute. But it's just... Can you imagine? And I don't want to imagine, and I don't want to put these... It's an Irish beating stick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I know. And I've got a list of people who could do with a bit of shillelaghing. Definitely. But the thought of an innocent baby animal facing a horrible men like that who are just despicable and horrible and shallow and think they're real men who can pick on little baby animals, and it must be horrible for those animals. They must show no compassion whatsoever. There's no compassion in any of those guys working there that I could see. None whatsoever. It was just sheer violence. Sheer violence. They just oozed violence. And if the same was done to them, they'd be the biggest mouths out there. They would be the biggest mouths out there, shouting about it. Oh, I've been attacked. I've been attacked. Anyone who is able to victimize others, especially with violence, is no longer a victim. Exactly. Exactly. It's just horrible. It really is. And it's turning my stomach thinking about using my empathy to put myself in the hooves of those animals and looking up at this person who's about to put a knife to my throat or a bolt gun to my head or a electronic stunner to my temples. This horrible little man. There are some that get off on that. This reminds me of the place you and Joey exposed. The sun is a violent monster. Oh, yeah, that place. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that big guy. What are you doing? Ah, fuck you. Filming you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's a small, and this looks like a small, this isn't a big industrial slaughterhouse. This looks like one of these local, friendly, your slaughterhouse. I get my meat from the friendly local slaughterhouse down the road in Spenborough. There it is. That's the caliber of people that work there. It's sickening. And it just reinforces my resolve to expose these places and make them feel uncomfortable. We can't let them just sit there and do what they want without, at the very least, just exposing them and letting them see our presence. And people say to us, what's the point? What's the point in standing outside a slaughterhouse? What's the point in filming the victims in the trucks? What's the point of it all? Well, the point of it all is to make those people feel uncomfortable and let those people know that they're not anonymous and they're not hidden from view, because they like to be hidden from view. They like to get on with the horrible, disgusting practices and not be seen. They don't want to be seen. None of them want to be seen. They're quite happy. Anonymous murder going on behind closed doors in shady little fucking buildings in the middle of nowhere. Went to JBS in Greeley and saw a small holdings trailer unloading there. They all go to the same place. Of course they do. Of course they do. They all go to the same. Yeah, there's no difference apart from location or footprint. That's the only difference. Same. We know what he's doing behind closed doors. Yeah. And we need to expose it, don't we? And the more videos we get out there, the more videos of these people trying to hide what they do, it just highlights it more and more and more. Screw him, and now he knows someone's watching. Yeah, they'll never be able to relax, you know? It's like when me and 40-year-old went up to that big abattoir, that big murder house. We told them, oh, we're going to be back. We're going to try and shut you down. We're going to bring activists. We're going to do protests here. We're going to have them looking over the shoulder, because that's what we need to do. We need to have them looking over the shoulder. We don't want them to feel comfortable and sit back with their feet up while they murder innocent, beautiful, non-human beings. We can't do that. We're not letting them get away with it. We can't let them get away with it. Speaking of prisoners.
Yo, it's been a while.
It's been a while, man. How are you?
I'm alright. Yo, listen, I gotta show you. I've been meaning to show you for a little while, but I haven't been on anyone's live stream in a little while. Do you want me to show you?
You can do what you want now. The floor is yours. What do you want to say?
Alright, yo. Right, yo. You know how Pilgrim's Prejudice got shut down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what is the council gonna do with the building?
Right, so I've been down since. Me and 40-year-old
Yo,
vegan
can't
went
hear
down.
ya. One sec.
This is what happens when two ADHD people get together.
For fuck's sake, my fucking audio is not working. Wait.
Kane, right, is just like he's like a man baby. He really needs to sort of like pull himself together, and like we really need to get a campaign together to get
Yeah.
Kane
Can you
to
hear
work.
me now?
Can you hear me now? Oh yeah, I heard you all along. I wasn't talking about you.
You better not have been. Yo, right? Yeah, I need to plug in the headphones. Yo, my mic stopped working, so that's why I bought a new mic. It's not actually new, it's used, right? It's the same one that Vegan Gaze uses, except in a different color. Right, Mom, I'm just recording, please. I won't get any louder than this.
Grumpy vegan granddad is here.
Yo, all right. So what is the council going to do with Pilgrim's Pride, the building? Blue. Right, Grumpy, don't mess with me like that. Is the audio not working? Is the audio not working? Oh God, can you hear me? Yes.
I'm muting myself.
I don't do that, man. I'm legit thinking that it wasn't me. That it wasn't.
I didn't mean to. This is what happens when two ADHD people get together. We start triggering each other's ADHD. That's the problem.
Yo.
Right. What I was going to say was, right, you asked a question and I heard your question, and it's about Pilgrim's Pride and about what they're going to do with the land there. Well, me and 40-year-old vegan went down. I don't know whether you watched that video, Kane.
We went
down to Pilgrim's
video.
after. Yeah, you didn't watch the whole video. Thank you very much for that, mate. Thank you very much for that. Now, if you watched the whole video instead of stopping halfway through, you would have seen that we got there and they are putting gates on the outside of the barriers. and it looks like they're going to be processing meat there, but they won't be slaughtering meat there. That's what we got. They've got brand new security cameras up, and you know the bit where you go around the back and you can hear the pigs screaming when they were gassing them. They've got a brand new security camera there now, so it looks like they're going to be doing something as far as meat processing is concerned, I think.
All right, yo. Well, you know what? I'm standing behind me and plugging my mic. Yo, well, I got a much better idea, right? Yo, so presumably, right? I thought the council would just use a digger or something, right, to destroy Pilgrim's Pride, right? But that's kind of boring. So we need something better, something more interesting, right? We could start with like something like a military tank to just wreck Pilgrim's Pride, right? Or we could just we should talk some terrorists out of bombing innocent people and let them bomb the slaughterhouse instead. Win-win, right? We should turn the slaughterhouse into Area 51 and let a UFO take it away and abduct it. We should tell Miley Cyrus that there's no more fish, so she'll throw a tantrum, then give her money and buy a wrecking ball and wreck Pilgrim's Pride.
I love it. I love these
Better
ideas.
still, we could write hieroglyphics on the wall to set off an ancient Egyptian curse.
Yes.
Right? We should draw Illuminati symbolism on the wall and let the conspiracy theorists handle it. We could build a time machine, rescue the dinosaurs from extinction, and let them fight against the systems of oppression. Win-win. Right? There you go. Yeah, that's the last one. What do you think?
I think that being a prisoner in your own home has caused you to become like so creative. It's unreal, and them are absolutely brilliant ideas. I love them. I would like to do sort of like Banksy did this park all about the state of the world. It was some sort of weird park that he did. Banksy the artist. Yeah.
Oh, the one about where he had trucks filled with stuffed animals.
No, that was a stunt. No, that was a stunt he did, but he did actually do like a fairground place. But I thought we could do turn it into a fairground, and what we could actually do is simulate what happens to the pigs. So we get human meat eaters in there, right? And they pay to come in, and what we do is we take them for a ride on the Ferris wheel, which is the gas chamber. And they go for a ride on that. There's no gas in it, but they go for a ride in it and have to smell all the pig poo and everything in the wee. They get tipped out the other side, and then they get hung upside down like the pigs did, and they go through a simulated having the throat stabbed, and then they go through all the production line like a big ride. And it's like a tour of the factory from a pig's eye view of the whole place. That's what I thought we could do with that.
Cool. Wait. That'd be a really good idea, but how would we get them to agree to that?
Right. Well, this is it.
Right.
This is how we do it, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we create a facade, right, and make them believe that it is actually a fairground ride, right, and it is fun, and we have balloons and weird clowns outside giving kids toys, like McDonald's do when they try and con kids into eating dead bodies by giving them this toy. We give them limited edition toys to come and try the ride. The scariest ride you will ever. I mean, look at the big one at Blackpool, right? It's a scary ride. It scares the shit out of you. But people flock and pay £15 a time to go on that. What could be more scary than going through a slaughterhouse process?
Ooh, yeah. But yo, how are we going to persuade the slaughterhouse to let us turn it into a fairground ride? Well, we're going to
we have to do a
crowdfunder.
We have to do a crowdfund, and we'll have to buy it. We will buy it.
To buy the land.
We'll buy the whole place.
Yeah, but then we'd have to give money to pilgrims, wouldn't we? So we'd have to do something a bit smarter than that. We'd have
but I mean,
the
thing
Illuminati one that'd go on.
Yeah, but the thing is like it's a bit like the old let's buy a lobster to put them back in the sea. You know, initially it's a good idea, but in practical eyes, it's sort of like feeding money into the system. It's a bit of a yin and yang, isn't it? It's a bit of a good cop, bad cop. You're sort of doing one thing but doing another. So if I was in those tanks and somebody bought me to free me, oh yeah, great man, you know. But I meant to ask you a
Yeah,
question actually.
what's the question?
What's your thought on the bivalve argument?
Bivalves. Ooh, I was actually, yeah, I remember. Okay, so bivalves, so they are animals, right? But what I think is, veganism, it's not necessarily about whether something's an animal or not. It's more about whether they're sentient or not, right? So, and the reason why I say that is because why do we value a cow and not a potato? Animal doesn't necessarily mean sentient. Animals means a eukaryotic heterotroph, which is about eukaryotic plants and animals are both eukaryotic, but heterotrophs, animals are heterotrophs, plants are autotrophs. So heterotrophs, it's about the way they like nourish themselves, right? So it's undeniable that an oyster is an animal, but that's not really what we want to prescribe moral value to. It should be the trait sentience, right? Because what do you think should be? We'll talk about whether oysters are sentient in a minute, but what do you think should be morally valuable, sentience or being an animal?
I agree. I agree with you on the sentience, right? Totally agree with
Yeah.
you on the sentience, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is number one is a human being in a coma isn't sentient, so therefore you'd have to say, yeah, I would eat a person in a coma to start
Yeah,
with.
so we
That's
can talk
one.
about coma. Like, is the person gonna wake up from the coma?
Well, no, they're destined to die. The doctors have said there's no way
Okay,
this
there's
person's
no
ever
way
going
they're
to
coming
wake
back.
up.
Okay.
They're never going to come back. So would it be justified to eat that human being?
Would it be justified? We shouldn't eat. It'd be justified to kill them, right? We should just turn the machine off. I think I wouldn't see a moral issue with that. But whether we eat them, I think it'd be disrespectful to someone who was sentient to just eat them. I think we should, we shouldn't just stab them and freaking just serve them in a restaurant.
Would you stab a
But
potato? Would you stab a potato with a knife if you were
yeah,
feeling like, if you're feeling a little bit sort of frustrated? Would you get a potato and just stab it just to get your aggression out of you? Yeah,
I don't know if I'd do that because then maybe my hand would
I
get
would.
hurt. But like,
I'd stab a potato with a knife, just like, or
yeah.
even a beetroot because they bleed. Blood comes out of beetroots and it's really cool, right? So
Oh
would you
gosh,
not do
yeah.
that to a person in a coma? Could you not just like if you're
Nah,
feeling a
no,
bit? Why?
no, because that's disrespectful to the individual who once was alive. But the thing is, with some animals, like say sea sponges, right? They don't have any sort of nerves whatsoever, so I don't really think that they need any sort of moral protection or moral rights because they don't have any nerves, don't have a brain, don't have anything whatsoever. So I think, say like a sea sponge, is less like they're technically animals because of the way they nourish themselves, but yeah, a sea sponge that yeah, we can do whatever we want to them.
So the thing is, right, is less than 10 years ago, um,
Yeah.
lobsters weren't considered sentient, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would have like stabbed and ate lobsters
Oh
quite
no no
happily.
no 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 no. Okay. We can talk about lobsters and oysters, right? I'd say with them we can have something like a precautionary principle. Like
Why
it's
can't
not
we have with
completely just
bivalves then?
outlang. Yeah. I'm saying we come with bivalves and oysters and clams and mussels, right? Because they have the nerve ganglia. So I still think that we should have some sort of precautionary principle, right? So they're just a precautionary principle, but just the trait being an animal isn't what's morally valuable. Just the precautionary principle that they might be sentient is what's morally valuable. That's what I'd
Exactly,
say.
because it's nothing set in stone at the moment. The room is split. The jury is still out on whether or not because what they're saying is that it's neural nerve ganglia as well. It's not nerve ganglia. It's neural nerve ganglia, and it says that they're also capable of sensing danger and trying to escape danger, which to me is a form of sentience. Just because it's alien to us, why can't it be? I mean, how the hell would you say a fly is sentient?
Yeah, I think they have like little brains or like clusters of nerves that are kind of like a brain. So yeah,
So they're
that like
sentient.
some Yeah. I'd say we should at least give them
something so tiny, so tiny,
Yeah.
it can have sentience. So why people should possibly think that bivalves aren't sentient is just like beyond me. What? But the main thing I found about bivalves is okay. Let's say they're not sentient, but what we're doing, we then go and start farming these animals, which is totally like going back to the start of where all the shit started in the first place, which is using animals as farmed products.
You know what I'm gonna do? Let me just go get another pair of earphones. Where is it? Let me just go get another pair of earphones.
You know, it's like
I'm sorting this out a bit later. I was just about to, reset up my computer again. So yeah, I stopped doing it because I saw you going live.
I'm no longer sentient. I'm just part of the Matrix, dude. And yeah, people are actually. What? Don't stick your finger up at me. Put your finger down. What are you doing? What's going on? Who the hell? Who does he think he is sticking his finger up at me and telling me 1 sec? What the bloody hell? We can hear you, mate, so just be careful what you say. Oh. Well, that's weird. I'm gonna... Oh. Can you hear me now?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, dear.
Wait, one sec.
Can you hear me? I tell you, this is like... It's like, why do I ever bother? Now he's changed his headgear. What the hell? What's he wearing there? Is that some sort of... No, I can't hear you. You've got no mic. You've got no mic. You're muted. You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Yeah. This is,
right,
plan B, right? Yeah.
So if you were... So if you wear a headscarf, you can hear. That is really sort of...
No. This is a music headband.
Oh, you goddamn kids with all your new technological advanced things. I don't know where I am today.
Yeah, you old man. Yeah, I forgot my cape too. Yeah, this is the weirdest do-rag I think I've ever had. Like, it's probably the worst one. Like, I look like I'm trying to be one of the 3 kings in the school nativity play. Right? Oh shit, you see my hair? No, you're not supposed to see it. Oh god.
That's in your hair. That's in your hair.
No, you're not supposed to see that. No.
Why? Are you in some sort of religious cult that you're not allowed to show your hair? Are you Muslim or something?
I've lost my image now. Alright, but go on. What were you saying before about
You never had an image in the first place.
Anyway,
do you know what your image was? Your image was that of a man boy who was grounded for the rest of his life. That's what your image was.
Yeah, 40-year-old vegan. I'm 20. Yeah, but what were you saying before about oysters and stuff?
So what I was saying earlier was
what, you've gone off again? No.
Oh my god. Right.
Yeah, you're back now.
Right. Okay. Right. Listen, I'm only going to stream for another 10 minutes, right? Because stuff's going to happen. But my point was, let's say we give it the benefit of the doubt, and we all vegans start having like oysters. What happens then is that it becomes a market for animals. We start farming animals again, and we're basically back to square one, and it's only a short leap from farming these non-sentient animals to maybe if we just have a couple of eggs as well for the choline, or it's just going full circle back, and it's...
Well, I mean, what are you saying? This, like, if we knew that for sure that oysters weren't sentient, like, would that be the case? I mean, I don't know about that one, because if like we find out for certain that like oysters weren't sentient and like sea sponges, right? I just think like, yo, I don't see how how eating an oyster would lead to eating eggs. Like if yes, it's like a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope.
Like as long as we just say, you know, don't eat sentient beings, and like if we say there's no 100% test to like deductively prove sentience, but say for example there was one, then we should just say, right, animals that don't pass this test you can eat, animals that pass this test eat, something like that. But like I'm saying,
here's an interesting comment. Using human science to limit non-human animals to human sentience is human supremacy.
Oh no, I'm saying hypothetically, if we did have a perfect test for sentience, right? Hypothetically, if we did have one, and it said that sea sponges weren't sentient and oysters weren't sentient, yeah, that'd be true. Then yeah, I wouldn't really see a problem with it. But the thing is, we don't. I'm not. It's more like a precautionary principle. Like, what if we're wrong? It could be plausible that we're wrong. So like. I say we got reasonable doubt that oyster we got like enough reason to believe that they might be sentient, so that we shouldn't eat them. That's what I'd say.
Vane Moynihan reckons you're like Yoda. You're actually about 96.
96. Nah, I turned 20 on the 18th.
Right, let's get off that subject anyway.
Right,
yeah. So you're in. I won't dox you, but you're very close to where that video that I've just played is. It's literally sort of like 15, 20 minutes from where you are. So are you coming with me and 40-year-old vegan?
Bradford or Leeds?
It's towards Bradford. It's in between.
Yeah, that's not far from me.
No, it's not. So do you want to come to the slaughterhouse with us?
So I better not say this. Oh God. If I say this and my sister's in the next room,
you're welcome to come, and you can hide your face, and I won't film you if you want to come.
Yeah, it's okay. Nah, they won't watch you, but yeah. No, hopefully I can go back out and do activism soon, but it's not looking that well. But
listen,
guys, right, look, I need to save up money for a house, right? Me, you know, Jack from Activism.
Yeah.
And Kieran from Activism, do you know him?
Yeah, I know Kieran.
Yeah, the three of us need to just get a house or something and freaking be flatmates or something somewhere. And then we can all do activism because their parents don't like them doing activism either.
Well, there's a friend of mine called Psycho Sid, and he now lives in, and it stands for psychedelic. He wrote a book about how he saved his own life by eating a raw fruit diet. He was given 6 weeks to live. He had the final stages of cancer, and he went on to a fruit-only diet and cured his cancer. The doctors were amazed about it, and he's written books, and he's done TED Talks and everything. He now lives in Thailand, and he bumped into a bloke while he was over there who's making these pods out of fiberglass, and they are £6,000 each, right? And you get a plot of land for £6,000. You get a plot of land. You get one of these pods with a sofa, toilet, shower, fully furnished. You get a large plot of land in the jungle on this island in Thailand. So why don't you go and buy one of them? That'd be cool.
I'm gonna do. What, can I do activism over there?
Yeah, of course you can. It's one of the best places for vegan food anyway. It's amazing, isn't it? Have you ever been to Thailand?
I've never been to Thailand. No, I've never been to Thailand.
I'm moving there. I'm going. I'm getting a pod. I'm just going. I'm going living in the jungle.
What about your family? Your family's not vegan either.
No, they're not. No, they're not. You're right. What do you think I should do about that?
Are you going to take them to your pod?
No, because I'm talking. I'm going to buy the pod, and it's an investment for the future when they all die of like animal product related disease, and I'm still going. I'm just going to be. I'll go on my own because I'll be the last survivor of my family.
Do your family watch your videos?
Yeah, of course they do. They know I'm only joking, mate. They know my sense of humour. Don't worry.
Oh, oh God. Well, I mean, you have. I used to think that like a year ago, I used to be fat. I used to think, okay, maybe I might date a carnist one day, but you have changed my mind. I ain't dating a carnist one. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the choice. I mean, My advice to you is this, Kane, right? Is like when you meet someone, right, you've got your own preferences, right? So you've got your own preferences.
Yeah.
You might prefer people with ginger hair, yeah. You might prefer people who like to party. You might prefer people who like to go for walks, right? If they don't meet this criteria, you won't really get on with them. However, obviously you're going to speak to them and say, are you vegan, or would you ever consider going vegan? And if that answer was no, then you would probably be put off them anyway.
Mhm.
So you wouldn't ever naturally
Yeah.
date a non-vegan. However, you may meet or bump into someone who is absolutely presses all your buttons and you fall amazingly in love with her or him, right? And you may not be able to help yourself. What are you going to do then if you just fall head over heels in love with somebody who's just for no reason whatsoever? You cannot help, because I'm telling you now, you cannot help if you fall in love with someone. You
Cannot
cannot
help.
stop it.
I'm not even. How can you? I don't see why people say that you don't choose who you fall in love with, because you kind of do. Like, so you're telling me any
You
second
do.
now, you kind of do. Like, because like just don't go on a date with them, and how are you gonna fall in love with them? Like, just don't date them. Don't be in a relationship with them, and you won't fall in love. I could see how like you don't choose who you're like. It's not easy to get over someone who you once were in love with, but like how I don't understand how you can fall in love with someone.
You won't do it
who-
your age, will you? You won't do it your age because you've not experienced it. But I'm telling you now, there's people out there, right? And you think, how the hell? Look at Michael Douglas. He fell
Wait,
in
one
love.
sec. Wait, fucking audio.
I'm trying to find this
audio-
advertisement.
Yeah. I'm back. Say it again. Say that again. You were talking about how you won't know this at your age, but go on.
Yeah, you've never experienced it at your age, but there's people out there like Michael Douglas. He fell in love with someone like 30 years his junior, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and she fell in love with him. And he's like, it's like a 20-year-old falling in love with me, right? So if you can help him,
Wait. So he fell in love with 30 years younger than him?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Michael Douglas.
No, that's weird though. Like, how does that happen? 30 years younger. That's a bit weird. Yeah, but how did that happen though? You don't just magically fall in love. Like you'd have to go on a date. You'd have to go on like a date first before you... So what you're saying, right? Any second now, I could just fall in love with someone. That doesn't... I don't get it.
Yeah.
How? Like, what? I'm confused. I mean, you guys are all old and wise, and you can talk about like love, whatever. I'm not old enough to understand any of this. Okay? But, like,
No,
still,
I'm not saying
like,
you are old enough to understand, right? But what I'm saying is you've never experienced falling in love with someone, and it's if you go in the right circles, you may never meet a carnist girl to fall in love with. So you might be lucky if you watch what circles you go in, but you might just be walking down the street, smile at a girl, she smiles back at you, and ding, you're just obsessed. You're just in love, and nothing can stop
yeah, but
you.
then that's not love. That's just a crush.
Right, here we
That's
go.
just a passing crush. Like, that's
Right,
not love.
I'm gonna put the link in about this, guys. I'm gonna put the link in because some of you may want to invest in this, and I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna show you this now. There you go.
Oh, look, a day overnight tea veganist. Thank you.
So for a long time, I had the dream of living in the jungle with a like-minded group of friends. It seems like this dream is coming true. Life is strange. Last April, I opened this website to promote my books and photos and writing. This is Sid's thinger. A few months ago, I met an English bloke called Terry, and we became pals, meeting up 2 or 3 times a week for a chinwag. His latest project is manufacturing pods, and they will start rolling off the production line from next month. I've written a couple of blogs about them already because I think they will be an affordable way for friends of mine to move to Koh Lanta, and that's where he is in Thailand, in Koh Lanta. That's one of the pods there. Can you see it? They're half decent.
Yeah. Okay.
They're half decent.
Nice.
Terry was looking at land and I tried to think of the perfect place for the pods. I remember going to a place called Atalanta almost 3 years ago, and I was so impressed with this sanctuary surrounded by jungle, I became close friends with Hank and Will, who own this amazing slice of greenery. Sadly, they closed it down due to the COVID period, but they are opening it again very soon. I contacted Hank, explaining my dream, and believed Atalanta was perfect for Terry's pods. She liked the idea and arranged to meet with Terry, and eureka, my dream has come true. I believe the pods will cost 350,000 baht for a fully furnished one. That's £6,800, Kane. And with a bathroom, kitchen, double bed or twin beds, bedside cabinets, a wardrobe, couple of armchairs and a table. There will be a number of designs to choose from. You can buy just a pod with no furniture for about 280,000 baht and furnish it yourself. The pods can be stacked one on top of another or side by side. They measure 7.5 meters by 3.6 meters, so they're not small. I've been informed that the pods would cost well over £20,000 in the UK, so it's like a bid saving. Now, Hank and Will already have a team working on their land, getting it in tip-top condition for the pods without losing its wildness. There will be just 30 plots available. Each plot will be 200 square meters, so it will give you plenty of space for a garden too. See what I mean? So, there you have it.
So there you have it.
There you have it. There's your answer.
How would I make money though? Like, I need a job. Like, do they have a lot of jobs going over there?
I don't know, mate. I suppose there's plenty of stuff you could do over there. There's plenty of restaurants. You could maybe get into an entrepreneur, get a donor and open a vegan restaurant over there. I don't know, mate.
Right,
I mean,
well, I got my I get like £20 a month off of like Patreon, but yeah, like if I can pay it off like £20 a month, I can do that. If rent is £20 a month, I could do that. OnlyFans, yeah, Ritzy, yeah, I could get OnlyFans. I could run around shaking my butt. Yo, right? Sorry if this is too much information, right? but like, yo, if I was a woman, right? If a woman had the body that I have, I would be very impressed, right? So I probably should get an OnlyFans, yeah. I should just take pictures of my feet. That'd be
what you should do is you need to learn something that you can do online, some sort of sales or whatever, and that will answer everything for you. That is something then you can do, because obviously they're going to have internet over there. In the jungle, they're going to have utilities, they're going to have fresh water and all that stuff. So because the land was already sort of, or you could even just buy one as an investment and let it out. You could let that out 365 days a year. Because
cool.
I mean, all right, they have a rainy season. I'm seriously thinking of getting one myself. Happy Vegan Granddad's new channel. Never happy, mate. I'll never be Happy Vegan Granddad. The snakes might frighten me though. Another fauna. Oh, come on, Michael. Stop being such a
I am listening, by the way. I'm just putting this in my.
I don't care whether you're listening or not. I really don't care.
What?
I don't care, mate. Okay, you know, I don't care. You know, I don't care about anything. Yeah, get some.
Well,
no,
yeah. I mean,
only non-human animals. I don't care about humans. I don't give a fuck about humans.
Yeah, but seriously though, like, if he's saying that, oh, what if a girl pushes all my buttons and she's not a vegan? Like, if she's not a vegan, that's not pushing all my buttons. Like, not being a vegan says things about your personality, innit, right? Because, like, yo, if she watches the video of the chicks going into the blender, like, what is she gonna say about that? That doesn't lead to her going vegan, but also doesn't just like turn me off. Like, what's she gonna say about that? Like, yo, hey baby, yeah, I just, you know, what did you do today, Kay? Yeah, I went to a gas chamber where they gas innocent animals to death and they murder them. Yeah, and then what's she gonna say? Oh my gosh, okay, well I'm gonna go eat those pigs. That's not pushing all my buttons.
No,
so,
you're right.
Like, I don't, like, seriously though, like, doesn't your wife,
however, okay, so you fall in love with someone, they must fall. It's reciprocated love, by the way. I'm not saying you fall in love with a girl and it's like just a one-way street where you just chase her around like some weird fucking stalker. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you physically, both of you fall in love with each other. Now, she doesn't want to lose you and you don't want to lose her. She would change for you?
Yeah, but like you love your wife and she's not changing for you.
No, but it's gone on too long. There's a sort of a length, there's sort of a cutoff point, isn't there? You know, if I'd have been vegan when we in the first couple of years of when we met, the things might have been different.
Maybe.
But
But
23
like,
years down the line, 23 years down the line, Ken.
I don't know.
With-
Apparently, there's a vegan woman in our in like the that I know. Right? No, I know a vegan. Let's just say, look, I know a vegan woman, right? Who her pet she's vegan and her partner like been vegan like since she met her partner, right? And that guy is so averse against eating vegan food, right? That she has to go to her mum's house every day just to eat dinner because her boyfriend hates vegan food that much. Like, that's not how it works. Like,
No, and that wouldn't happen here. That wouldn't happen for me. If that was the case here, then that would be a terms for split, wouldn't it? Really, that wouldn't happen.
yeah, like, yeah. Does your wife not even like eat vegan food when you're around? Like,
Yeah,
she just go
she has.
California?
She shared it with me, but it's just not in the mindset. Some people just are in the mindset of they've done it all their life. They don't get it. They don't understand it. She's watched Dominion.
Like, what? I could not be with someone who watches Dominion and doesn't go vegan. I think that if you watch Dominion and you don't go vegan, is
You see, this is the difference between older people, Kane, is that
Yeah.
you get to know the situation and what happens, so it's not a shock, you know.
You get
It's
to know-
nothing new. It's been in your knowledge all along, and we've had a lot of slaughterhouses around here, so we've seen it close hand all the time. There was 2 in my local area. There's 3. There's another one. There's a halal chicken one quite nearby. But that didn't come until quite recently. But yeah, I've walked past slaughterhouses. Yeah, so there's nothing new. We've seen guts and bits of bodies being tipped into skips almost every day of my life when I walked into town. So it was always on plain view. It was never hidden.
That's not someone I want to be. But like, look, let's just say that's not someone I want to be in a relationship with. Then, like, what? So you're just gonna watch animals be cut the fuck up, and you're just gonna be like, you're just gonna keep eating them? Like, okay, someone goes vegan, right? What does that say about someone watches Dominion and goes vegan? What does that say about the personality, right? They're not afraid to stick out from the crowd. They like at least consider other people before they like act. Like, they think before they act, right? They courageous enough to stick up against the crowd. They're not a horrible fucking person. Well, they might be a horrible person, but it says good things about the personality. But if they're not a vegan, that says bad things about the personality. Like, so it shows that they're selfish. They don't give a fuck about what their actions cause. Like they're too scared to, like, you know, stand up against social norms. Like, that's not the type of person I want to date. I don't get it. Like, why wouldn't I just, like, yo, I kind of get maybe why some people might date non-vegans, because, like, in my area, there's really not a lot of vegans. Like, so I can kind of see why someone might want to date a non-vegan. Like, that's why only until recently I made this rule. Like,
you see the thing is, Kane, you've got to look at. Let's be pragmatic about it, and let's look at it for what it really is, instead of this sort of this dream idea of the perfect vegan, right? There's degrees of veganism in people, isn't there? There's people who don't like what they say. They watch Dominion, they say, right.
One second, cutting out again. Yeah, go on.
It might be my microphone, you know. Sometimes my microphone does that. So yeah, what happens is people were. I've lost my train of thought now. Let me try and get it back.
There's people in different degrees of veganism.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So when a person first goes vegan, they're going to go vegan. They're going to make that change to go vegan, right? They'll go to a plant-based diet. They'll stop buying products tested on animals. They'll try and get everything vegan that they buy, right? Including clothes and all that stuff. And that's it. That's all they do, right? So they're vegan. They've done it. They've done the switch, right?
Yeah.
That's a vegan, right? Then there's vegan animal rights activists like me and you, and like most of the people in the chat, right? Who are a further degree into it, who are campaigners, right? Who speak up, right? There's those two sets of people. There's no denying that. We can't avoid that. That is how it is, right? And I'm happy to get people to do the first one. I'm happy to get people to just go vegan and boycott the industries that cause this suffering, right? And see what we see. However, there's and they're happy to share the life with a non-vegan, and they don't see a problem with it. And
yeah, especially like
but you're in a different degree of it. You're an animal rights activist, so you're going to look at things a little bit differently than those people. We can't demonize those people. We can't demonize
I'm not saying
them.
we should demonize people who date non-vegans, but like I'm just like, why do you do it?
But you can do it. You can do it. This is the thing. You can do it. I mean,
the only thing I can think of is maybe if you're like you and you know, you've already been in a relationship for a long time and you've already got that emotional kind of bond there. But like, if you like, and maybe like me when I was younger, like, because I didn't really know any vegans until.
Okay, let me put this to you. Let me put this to you. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah,
right. So let's say your mother goes vegan tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to tell her to kick your dad out of the house?
I mean, would I tell her to kick her? No. I'd advise it.
Would you be happy if your mum?
I wouldn't
vegan.
I wouldn't be happy. I got a younger sister. That wouldn't be good for my sister. So no. If my mum and my sister went vegan, I wouldn't want them. I wouldn't want them to kick my dad out of the house. No.
There's your answer about my position.
Yeah, but I'm saying I do understand if you're already in the relationship and then one of them goes vegan and one doesn't. I can kind of understand that. But in terms of like starting the relationship, the only thing I can really think of is maybe you just don't have any vegans around, so that you know, next best thing maybe date a non-vegan and hopefully they'll go vegan. But like even that, like I don't know, I feel a bit weird like going into dating with the intention of changing them. Although like they do have a moral obligation to become vegan. I don't know, I just feel a bit like, just practically, like, how am I going to make that work in a day? Like, explaining, like, you know, animals get fucking raped so you can have a cheese sandwich. Like, that's not, like, how is that going to work on a date? It's like, if a girl, here's my rule, right? If a girl's non-vegan, I won't chase after her, but if she chases after me, I might entertain it for a little bit. I give her information on veganism, but if she doesn't become vegan, she doesn't go vegan, then it's not going to work.
What if you were looking at me now, right? You're looking at me now, and let's say it's not me. Just say I'm like a 6'1" Swedish beauty queen right now, and you're looking at me, and I'm looking at you. We've never met in real life before, but I go, "Wow, Kane is something else," and you go, "Wow, Agnetha, you're amazing." And you knew I wasn't vegan, but there was just something, and you just totally fell in love with me, and you wanted to know more, and it just takes rationality out of everything that you think. Do you think it'd override the veganism? Do you reckon?
No, like no. I can still think logically. Like the relationship's not gonna work. How the hell is a relationship gonna work like that? Like it doesn't work.
Believe me,
believe me. Think of it like this.
Love is blind, mate.
Love is blind. Yeah, but think of it like this, right? Like if she didn't like you, right? If I looked at her and she didn't like me back, what would I do? I just get over her. Like I might be a bit, you know, in a bit of a strop for a little bit, but like
what if you fell in love with someone and like they didn't want to see you because you wasn't vegan enough for them?
What? So if I liked a vegan woman and she didn't like me back because I'm not vegan enough, I am.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Wait, what? Hold on, anyway, but I'll tell you this though, right?
It's not
If I
vegan
was
enough.
married, right? If I was married, right, and my wife, outside of shit like, oh, you know, I mean, well, she won't be homeless if she's my. Look, outside of like, oh, what if we're made homeless or something, or like we have no income and we have to like fucking, you know, we're only allowed to get food given to us by the government. Outside of stuff like that, if I'm in a relationship with a girl and she goes ex-vegan, we're breaking up. In my very in the morning. But yeah, when you look at oh god, veganish. Oh, you are just oh, what are you? How much are you paying veganists? Like God. But yeah, if I'm in a relationship with a girl and she goes ex-vegan because because my spirituality, my journey, they said that I should eat fish and eggs for my journey, and then
Is she
we gotta break
American?
up.
Is she American?
No.
That was an
No,
American
no.
accent.
This is a hypothetical. This is a
Yeah.
hypothetical.
But is she a hypothetical girl?
Yeah, hypothetical.
American
if I had a
girl.
girl, right?
She'd be American.
Yo, hypothetically, if I had a girl and she went ex-vegan, you gotta break up. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works in sort of on paper. But in reality, you know, you spent your life with this girl. You've bought things together. You've had some beautiful times together. You've had some amazing sex. You've just spent so much brilliant time together. You've gone to Thailand together. You bought a pod together in Thailand.
Right.
You know, all this has
but
happened. Now you've got to go through all this rigmarole of sorting all this shit out.
Yeah, but let me say it to you like this, right? Say, for example, one thing you really like about your wife, right? Or, you know, say, for example, one thing you really like about her is that she's really against. I actually got this example from Vegan Gays, and she wasn't talking about love, she was talking about friends. Say, for example, your wife, one thing you really love about her is that she's really against violence. But then one day she goes into a bar and just starts smacking people up for no reason. And you're like, what are you doing? This is completely against your values. And then she just said, hey, yeah, but those are my old values. Now I'm on a journey. And say she just goes out and does it again. And she just keeps doing it just for no reason. Like, you're going to be like, what the fuck? You've changed.
If my wife, when we went out to a pub, if she started like smashing all the blokes out and knocking them out, I would take her out more often, and I would be like the gobbiest guy in the pub because I know that my wife's got my back. You know what I mean? It's like
No,
don't mess with her.
I'm not on about like self-defense. I'm on about just like say for example,
Hi, Leon.
right? Say for example, right? She just started. It's really important to you that your values align on this anti-violence thing. And then we need Vegan Gays in here. She says like wise stuff. Let's message Vegan Gays and tell her to join. But
no, we won't do that because I'm about to sort of disappear off the live actually because it's been 2 hours now. So but I would love to.
But let's
we'll see if you can. If you set it up, and we'll share the channel. Me and Vegan Gays message you and say, would you and Dan would like to talk about relationships? And yeah, I'm quite happy to do that. And we'll talk about love. We could talk about lesbian love and talk about straight love. We could get a gay guy on and talk about gay love, and then we could talk about you. I mean.
Yeah, but
You've just triggered a thought in me. Back in the day, back in the 70s.
Say for example,
listen. When I was young,
the audience.
When I was young, can you hear me? Is it my audio, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me on the stream? It's not my microphone, is it?
Wait, one sec. Your audio's cut out. Audio.
There. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Right, okay,
yeah,
listen.
Back in the 70s.
Back in the 70s, right? Seeing a white girl with a black dude was totally taboo. It was like, what the hell? It was like, oh man, it caused them both so much aggro. It was just never ever seen, you know? It was like if you were a white girl and you were dating a Jamaican or African guy in those days, you would be ostracized by a community. You would be beaten up. You would be stoned in the street. People would spit at you. People would call you all these horrible names, right?
Yeah. So like segregation.
So when I say love is blind, why would that girl put herself through all that fucking hatred and shit and being ostracized by her own community for the love of a black guy? What if you can control who you fall in love with? If you can control who you fall in love with, why would she do that?
No, the difference there is that's actually coming from like external factors, right? The problem with that's external factors. The way that society views a relationship might cause a relationship to have problems. It's not the people in the relationship themselves that are having the problems. So that's why I'm saying
no. But what I'm saying to you is that you can't help who you fall in love with, right? Even what was seen as a normality back in the day.
Yeah. But you could just say, oh, maybe they fell in love because the people in the relationship aren't racist, but the people, their families are, right? So that's all coming from external factors. The thing is,
but if we were talking now, if we were talking back in the day now, and I was a white girl and I was thinking, right, yeah, I've fallen in love with this. I'm not going to fall in love with any black guys because if I do, it will cause me so many problems and it will affect my life and people, why would they fall in love with that person? That's what I'm trying to say. This is what I mean about falling in love with people, Kane, is you can't help it.
The problem isn't the guy that the black guys that they
the problem isn't falling in love with the meat eater either. And the problem isn't falling in love with the meat eater either. No, it's not. It's because you can't help it. I'm trying to explain how falling in love is not dictated by your preferences. That's what I'm trying to get through to you. Falling in love is just totally blind.
But it is, because then you do kind of choose who you fall in love with, because I don't just randomly. So you're saying, right, any second now, right, any girl, just a random girl who I went to school with, I could just magically just fall in love with her, even if I don't like her, right? Just say I could fall in love with basically just anyone, just like that.
I didn't like my wife. I thought she was I met her at a factory. She was already with somebody. She already had kids, right? I didn't like her. She was a loudmouth. I actually hated her, and we fell in love.
Right, but but I'm saying that's not, maybe at the time, like, the relationship could work, but I'm saying, how, if someone's gonna, shit on, what you do so much, your life's work is activism, right? You're trying to end this horrible thing, right? How the hell is someone who loves you, I'm not even just talking about, family who you don't choose, in a relationship where you're supposed to be in love, right? You've chosen that person. You say the vows at the altar or whatever. Marriage is stupid, but that's a conversation for another time. But yeah, you say at the altar, I love you. I will support you through thick and thin, and I will do all that. I will support you in everything you do. But yeah, I'm gonna literally fund the thing that you spend your life fighting against, because
right. You've never experienced it, Kane. One day, hopefully, I pray that you do fall in love with a vegan girl, and a vegan girl falls in love with you. But what I'm saying to you, mate, is if you've not experienced it, you could quite easily fall in love with someone quite random who you'd never thought you'd ever even think of falling in love with. It could just happen out of nowhere, right? That's how it works. There is no formula. There is no, it's not scientific. There's no papers on it. There's no studies on it, because it can't be studied. It's totally random, my friend, and you'll never, ever be able to explain why it happens. It's a weird, weird concept. You click with someone, you click with their soul, you look into their eyes, you see things, you get feelings, you look at each other, you see right into each other's soul, you click, you feel like you've known each other for years. It's amazing, but you can't dictate who it's going to be.
Wait, so you're saying, right, there's no predictor, right? So I could just fall in love with a woman who's 60.
Yes.
No, that's funny, right? Because on Snapchat, I saw this story about this old woman who and this young man, right? So this guy who's like 20 something loses his virginity to this woman in her 60s. Like, yo, let me see. Let me send you this link here. I don't know if you've seen them before. These two here. Yeah. Have you ever seen this?
1 second. Right, 1 second. Let's present this.
Four-year-old Karan, and he fell in love with 61-year-old Cheryl. The pair bonded due to their mutual love of TikTok and garnered much attention due to their 37-year age gap.
Grammy, stop hitting on your great-grandson.
But undeterred by the internet trolls, Cheryl and Karan recently tied the knot.
What's she saying? I'm married. The water was running beside us. It was very beautiful.
Now they want to grow their family and have children.
I'm still a mom. It never stops. So why shouldn't I have another child?
And they are fine.
Like, how is this? How does that work? That's not. So any day that could happen to me. I'm just like, yeah, I want to lose my virginity to this old lady.
Have you seen what people are saying about you?
No, but come on, right? Age. Okay, look, I'm joking most of the time with this age stuff, but come on now. 61 and 24.
So what do you think's going on there, right? Do you know what my instant thought was? The guy was like an African national or something like that. Maybe he lived in a different country, and there's a lot of that going on. I seen it in Cuba, right, where these old guys are sat with these beautiful young Cuban girls. Why are they sat with these young Cuban girls? Are they in love? No, because they're using them to get out of the country or for the money. Now, my instant thought was, is this guy a foreigner? He's from a different country than this woman, and he's using her to get a green card to come into America, or he's using it to marry her so he can come to the UK. Yeah, that could be it. But it could also be genuine love, Kane. Why wouldn't it be?
Wait, but at what point does it become like just weirdo? Like, because what if he was like, because they met, I watched
Why is it
a video
weird?
about them. They met when he was 15. If she fell in love with him then, would that be gross? Would that be immoral?
I think that would be slightly immoral because we've got a legal age on 16, haven't we? And kids are impressionable, like up to about 18, 19, 20, aren't they?
Yeah, but come on. Like,
if it was the other way around, it'd look a bit sus, wouldn't it? But we seem to be able to push it to one side when it's a woman and a young man, don't we? Sometimes. But Elvis Presley married a 13-year-old.
Elvis, a 13-year-old.
Google it. Elvis Presley married Priscilla when she was 13, with the blessing of her parents.
I know, like R. Kelly did that. Elvis married. It says 14-year-old.
Oh right, I was a year out.
No. Throw him in prison. You can't be marrying. You can't be marrying 14-year-olds when you're 25. That's gross. You can't do that. No.
Why? Tell me why though.
Yeah, because it's gross. It's
Why?
grooming. You can't be. Wait. You don't think that's ethical, do you?
I don't. I think that 16 or up is like you're getting to a mature age where you're unimpressionable. I think under 16 you're impressionable. I think it's wrong. Yeah, but why do we think that?
Wrong.
But why do we think that? Because naturally,
because it's immoral.
Because society dictates it. No. Right. A girl is a most, what's it called, fertile at 13, 14. Right, back in the day, in the caveman days, that's when you'd be having kids when you were 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, people raped each other in the
But because
caveman
we're in
days. That's
because
what
we're in
it's called.
society now, we put a line on it because they're still children in our eyes.
Yeah.
Society dictates it. This is what I mean. This is how we look at life. Is because
I
society
mean, I'm not saying
dictates
it
these
doesn't
lines.
happen. I'm saying, like, I mean, yeah, it could happen, but yeah, those people are sick and we've got to throw them in prison.
But let's put that to one side because that's a completely different
Yeah,
argument.
we're going
right?
we're going
okay,
off on a
because
tangent here, right?
I mean, but let's say the person is 20 and they fall in love with someone who's 55, 60 years old. What's your problem with that?
Like, there's such a power imbalance, right? In that
Where's the power?
relationship.
Who's got the
That's
power?
so creepy. The 55.
Why is it creepy? See, why are you throwing out all these words like creepy? What's creepy about it? What's the difference between a 20-year-old and a 20-year-old and a 60-year-old and a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old? What's the difference?
Well, 20 and 30.
What?
It's pushing
What's
it
the
a
difference?
bit, but like,
But what's the difference?
What's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Look, there's such a power imbalance, like the amount of wisdom you have when you're 60 compared to like 19, 20. It's just massively. Come on, like, what are you doing with a 15 with a 25-year-old when you're 60?
So you both have the same.
well, maybe
yeah,
25.
you both have the same sort of. You both have the same hobbies. You both like the same stuff. You both like doing the same things, right? The only difference is the gap in age. Why is the gap in age so important?
You can be friends and you can hang out and work together. Like, you're older than me, but we've done activism together. But like, I'm not gonna fall in love with someone your age. Like, that's just like what are you doing with someone like?
But what's the problem with it? You can't explain the problem though, can you? Where's the problem with it?
Yeah, because it's a power differential.
Who's got the power?
Take advantage over them.
Why is an adult? How can an adult take advantage over another adult?
Because it's good. Because look, 60. How much life experience and life wisdom do you have at age 60 compared to age 20?
So someone might live on an island, right, until the 60-year-old and never see society. They might not even be streetwise. They might not even got a mobile phone. So the power balance would be then towards the 20-year-old who's savvy streetwise and knows all about how society works. So
yeah, but then you could say, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like still you could say the same thing, like, oh, what if there's a 15-year-old who's more mature than like a mentally disabled 60-year-old?
Right.
You still don't do it. It's just kind of like a rule that we set.
So you're saying there's a difference. It's acceptable for a 25-year-old to date a 26-year-old, but
yeah,
where's the line then? Where do you draw the line on it being
we don't know
gross?
I'll know the exact line.
There isn't one though, is there really?
There's not exact line, but that doesn't mean. Look, I don't know exactly when a puddle becomes a pond and when a pond becomes an ocean, but that doesn't mean that you can't tell the difference between if I piss on the street and the fucking Pacific Ocean, right? It's called the sororities fallacy, right? It's just because I don't know the exact line, that doesn't mean that there's not a clear distinction.
A clear distinction of what?
There's a clear distinction. Come on, between 25 and 26, there's no problem there.
Right, okay. In what way?
Yeah. There's no like moral problem between like them two dating, right? But
so 26 and 30, there's no moral problem with that.
There's no moral problem 26.
So where's the immoral act of someone between 25 and say 50 then? Is it the length of years?
25.
Is it the expanse of time between them? Is that immoral because there's an expanse of time between them?
Yeah, there's an expanse of time, there's an expanse of like power, there's like a power differential in like that's the reason why like we find it gross when someone's
You find it
old.
gross. You find it gross. You find it gross.
Wait, what's happening? Wait, yeah.
You find it
like,
gross.
Come on, are you telling me that you don't see anything? Let's see, raise any sort of red flags that video I just showed you.
But you find it gross, so therefore it's wrong and morally wrong.
No,
Is that what you're saying? So you
but,
dictate
like,
morality.
no, but like, come on, like, there must be. I'm finding it hard to put it into words, but just like the imbalance you have, like, it's just so.
Yeah, only in
weird
age, only in
because-
years between them. There's nothing immoral about it.
Yeah, Rich,
So-
say I'm
so
better at
two-
debating than this usually, but come on,
So
like,
two,
I don't
but
know.
come
just
on,
haven't
so
talked
two
about
people.
this
Let's finish it. Let's close it down now. But listen, so two people who fall in love with each other, right? It can't be helped. I've told you that now. It cannot be helped who you fall in love with. It's totally random. They fall in love with each other, but they shouldn't be together because you find it gross.
No, not just because I find it gross. It's because of a weird power play that could be going on.
It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. What you're saying now. It's all in your view.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. I'd have to go away.
You
and
find it
think
gross, right? You
about
find
this,
it
think about,
gross
like,
because
putting it
all
into
you
words,
see is
but-
an old woman with wrinkles, right? You see an old woman with wrinkles, and all you are thinking
No,
that's
no,
going through your mind
I'm
is,
not saying
I
all
could never
women are
date.
gross. I'm not saying all women in general are gross. That's not what I'm saying. That's ageist.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
I'm not.
old
You
women
are saying that. Let me
dating young
finish.
men.
Let me
Yeah.
finish. You're looking at her and you're thinking, how could this young guy find that old woman with all them wrinkles and like loads of her teeth missing attractive? That's what's going through your mind, correct?
No, that's not what I'm.
Well, it's going
that's
through
not
my
what I'm
mind.
saying.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm going through. I find it weird.
No, I'm not saying it's because. No, there's ugly people.
I find it
like,
weird that
right,
that young guy
I mean,
fancies that old woman. I do find it weird, but I don't find it
No.
gross.
I'm saying like I'm saying it's morally. When I'm saying it's gross, I'm saying it's like, I don't know. There's just something that morally just
That you don't like. Yeah. No, there's nothing morally wrong with it. It's just something you don't like. It's
No, but the
personal.
difference.
It's your
bear in mind I'm saying love could be gay too. Yeah, but gay is fine. There's nothing wrong with being gay because like you can be gay in the same age. That's not. There's just no problem with that. Like there's no like power differential. There's no moral issue with being gay. But like
it's all to do with how many years are between you.
Like, yeah, like come on, like say okay, look, let's just up the ante, right? Let's say 18 and 80. Is there a problem with that?
If they love each other, no. Why would there be a
no
problem with it?
that. Because the power differential of
Where's this power differential coming from?
Well, like say like a pensioner and someone who's just straight out of college, right? How the hell? Oh, someone's still in college. They can still be in college at 18, right? Like how is like what are you doing that's consensual in a relationship with an 80-year-old?
Have you heard of the Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, that's manipulative. Stockholm syndrome is not good.
No. Have you heard of the Stockholm syndrome?
Wait, one sec. It's cutting out again. It's cutting out.
So, the Stockholm syndrome, as you know, is when a kidnapped person falls in love with the kidnapper.
Yeah. He said, have you heard of the Stockholm syndrome? Wait, it's cut out again.
Right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me on the chat? Oh God!
I can hear you on. I'm listening to the stream on my phone.
Right,
Yeah, I can hear you on my phone, but.
Right. Well, listen. Let's close it.
One sec. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So you've got the Stockholm syndrome, where the victim falls in love with the captor, right?
Oh, you've cut out again.
Right.
Yeah, but Stockholm syndrome is like when you're trapped by someone and then you fall in love with them with your captor.
That's immoral. Would you say that's immoral? That's not right, is it? That's not consenting. That is sort of being forced into a situation, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
But two consenting adults, just because they've got an age gap, doesn't mean it's immoral. And just because you find it personally disgusting or abhorrent, doesn't mean it is. It's just your worldview at the moment is like you could not see yourself falling in love with someone age 60 with loads of wrinkles and no teeth. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, look, for the most part, right, guys, just to be clear, guys, for the most part, when I'm talking about age, I'm just it was actually, the real thing is not here, but the real thing once called me a baby, so I called you lot all old people. That's how this age thing starts. 9 times out of 10 I'm joking. By the way, I'm not actually ageist. You guys sometimes call me a baby, so I'm just that's just my way of fighting back and defending myself in it, right? But I don't know, like I'm just struggling to see like how an 80-year-old and an 18-year-old can be in a consenting relationship and there's no
It's crazy,
grooming
isn't it?
going on.
Absolutely
Like,
crazy.
there can be no. But and that's, it's not like I don't see dating non-vegans like that. They kind of went off on a tangent, but yeah, I know I don't think it's immoral to date a non-vegan, but I don't think it's immoral to date a non-vegan. I just personally can't understand why you do it unless A, you were in a relationship with them before, or B, there's no vegans around. But like, yeah, I just don't understand why. If you got plenty of vegans around you, but you choose the non-vegan and who's not gonna go vegan, when you're already vegan before the relationship starts, I just don't really understand why you choose a non-vegan. But that's just me. I don't see
It
a
is.
moral issue with dating non-vegan.
I can't wait to see who you fall in love with. But listen, it's been great having you on.
Okay.
It's been great having everybody else on. Thank you for joining me.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to cut it out there, but help me do this, Kane.
Okay.
So, everybody, save the animals,
Save
the planet, and
save
save yourself. Go
So,
vegan.
Go vegan.